Okay,
Hi.
this is your friendly neighborhood cheese dairy making teacher and her son Ian, who's insisting on being in the video.
Because I want to, and I like to be seen by the world.
He does. Okay, and now Ian can go off and finish his homework. Seriously. Bye-bye.
Really? Is that all I...
Bye. Isn't he adorable? So, anyway, while we were in class, we did not successfully make mozzarella. And by we, I mean I did not successfully make mozzarella. If anybody is at all familiar with me, you probably already know that I've been obsessing on this almost non-stop since it happened. It really bothers me. I don't mind messing up. I'm used to it, actually. But it bothers me that you guys didn't get to see this successfully made. You didn't get to see the technique. You didn't get to see how it finished off and all that stuff. And I think it was a day or two after I taught that class, I woke up one morning and it just hit me like a ton of bricks that I had not actually bought the same milk. I had said that I tested this a few days earlier to make sure that it worked, and I did. But what I had forgotten is that for a few different reasons, I had to go to Basiler's instead of Kroger's to buy that milk. And so I had bought Prairie Farms milk. Yeah, not Kroger's milk. So my current working theory for what actually went wrong both times was not technique so much as the milk itself. I think I got the wrong milk. And there's a lot of reasons, we went over some of it in class, for why that would matter. But at the end of the day, the big difference is going to be you can't really tell the pasteurization method that the different dairies use unless they tell you, and they rarely do. Neither of the milks actually said ultra high pasteurization or anything like that, but that is a legal standard that they have to meet in order, and then they have to label it ultra high pasteurization. They can come within a hair's breadth of meeting that though and never hit it, and now they don't have to put it on the label. My working theory is that Kroger's brand actually pasteurizes their milk very close to ultra high pasteurization, way further than the proteins could handle in order to make mozzarella, but that Prairie Farms does not. We're going to test that theory right now. And if I'm wrong, you're never going to see this video. So we'll learn something today, you guys. Hopefully we'll learn how to make mozzarella, and I will learn how to make a video. I've never done this before. So same basic technique we used in the class. Here's a gallon of milk. Same old citric acid, same old rennet, all ready to go. And I'm gonna start. All right, hang on. Okay, so I have started the dairy process. I've started making mozzarella. You guys have seen these steps a couple of times already, so you should be pretty familiar with it. We've heated the milk to 55 degrees, added the citric acid, then heated it up to 88 degrees, added the rennets, and now we've been letting it sit, and you can see the ring of the curd separating from the side and the whey coming out on the sides there. The other thing I kind of wanted to show you, because it's rather silly, is the contrived levels that I will go to in order to get the probe thermometer sticking in the center of the curd without taking the temperature of the sides or the bottom. So I go to some pretty extreme lengths for that. So in just a minute, I'm going to take it over to the sink and drain it. All right. Okay, so I have the curd over here in the sink. You can see it's holding together pretty well, and the whey is coming off on the sides. And I'm going to just drain as much of the whey off as I can. I keep sort of shifting it side to side, trying to keep most of the curd down at the bottom, but letting the whey come up on the sides. Hope you can see all this. I'm going to see how far I can get in this video making process without having to summon my spouse in from the other room, because I know he's working on something right now. I can come and help. Alright, so we'll see how far we can take this. I hope this works. Right. Okay, I have had a fair amount of luck draining this. I've ended up putting my hand in the pot and sort of holding the curds back with my hand like this. Like I said, it's not very hot. It got, you know, to maybe 100 degrees at its highest. So I was holding it back and I was letting the whey run out. And I've got at the bottom a fairly compact curd, but obviously there's still plenty of whey coming off of this. So a lot of the next few steps are going to be me putting it in the microwave to get those proteins to stick together better than they are now. You see, they are sticking together pretty well now. That's a lump. That's a discrete lump of curd down there. But we want them stuck together better, and we want to get the rest of the whey off. So that's where we're going to be taking this, putting it into our trusty glass bowl, again, just like before. I'm going to try to be gentle with this sucker because, believe it or not, you really can damage curds. That's something I didn't talk much about in the class because, honestly, mozzarella is just about the only cheese we make where it becomes relevant in this case. But you can be pretty harsh to curds and pull them apart in damaging ways. So I don't want to be doing too hard to that. Ian, you want to join us?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, well, Ian,
What?
you're going to be in here. You're going to help.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask you a question after this.
Just a sec. I want you to go put this in the microwave for 1 minute, please.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
This
Hey, I got a sous chef. Isn't that cool?
that has to move avocados and bananas out of the way of the microwave.
True. Okay, first nuking, right? Curd is still hanging together pretty well, which is good, and we have more whey coming off, which is good. Now we got this far in the class, so we're gonna see if I can keep this up, or if the whole thing, what happened in the class is that right about now, the curd it started to just disintegrate. Instead of sticking together like a lump like you want it to, it just started coming apart and really, you saw it, it's basically turned into ricotta, which is the clue. If that starts happening to you, that is your clue that what you have got is milk that has been over pasteurized, because it won't hold together. But look at this, look at this, ha! It is starting to string. Now this isn't hardly done. You can look at it, it's still quite lumpy. What we are looking for is something that is going to be a smooth, beautiful lump. So I am just going to keep massaging the heat through this. And as I do this, you're going to see it's going to get smoother and smoother. It's really difficult to hold it in front of the camera properly. But it is getting smoother. The whey is coming out more and more. See that? I'm going to pour that off. All right, this is actually starting to work, and I can say with some certainty now that this is going to work. But it is going to take, do you see how it just broke there? And it's stringing, but it's going to cool off and it's going to break. It won't stretch, it breaks. That means you need to put it back in the microwave. What that means is it's got a loss of heat, and that just means, you know, heat it back up again and it'll string just like you would expect mozzarella to. But look at that, I can already hold it. I can already play with it. I can already make something that could fool somebody into thinking that it's mozzarella, but we know it's not mozzarella because it is not smooth enough yet. So, pop this back in the microwave. Be right back. Okay, got it back. Look at that, very nice. It is at this point, because I can already see it is really sticking together nicely. We're very close to being done. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt. You really want to salt this. If you don't, it's just going to be bland. It'll be a little disappointing. So I'm going to add the salt. I'm going to keep stirring it in. Like that. I switched sides on the camera. I hope that didn't give anybody too much of a headache. I just thought you might get better light over here. Let's hope. Trying to stay out of my kitchen light. All right, so I'm mixing all that in and I'm squishing it. When you take it out of the microwave, it can be wicked hot. You can try to touch this with your hands if you want to when it comes out of the microwave, but personally, I do not recommend it. It is very hot. Now, as I keep kneading it, remember I'm kneading that heat through the curd, getting all of the heat evenly distributed and getting the those proteins all stuck together again. And now I'm going to start stringing it. And actually, now I'm going to summon my spouse, my marvelous spouse, to come in. You'd be so generous.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause this for just a sec, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so just so you can see what we're talking about here, this is what it should look like. See? It almost looks like Play-Doh or taffy. It should be very smooth. It should be glossy. It should be beautiful.
I changed the orientation. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's cool enough that I can touch it now. I can fold it. It's still quite hot. I mean, I'm not trying to say this is easy to do. Some places it's very hot, but you can stretch it, and you want to keep doing this. You want to pull it, fold it. Oops. Fold it and stretch it over, stretch it over. This is what's making those long protein strands, and that's what we think of as mozzarella, those nice long protein strands. All right, now, this really is very hot.
You could put it in the microwave again.
I said hot.
I know.
Very, hey, my spouse loves me, can you tell? Okay, so beautiful, shiny, lovely. At this point, there are a lot of things you can do with it. If you want a lump of cheese like this, you can actually just take this and put it in a Tupperware container or something like that. Put some cold water around it so that it'll cool down nice and evenly. That is great. If you want to, you can make, I think they're called bacchini, these cute little mozzarella balls. You can make them as small as you want. I don't recommend much bigger than a golf ball, otherwise they have trouble cooling down evenly. If you have kids, you want to make some mozzarella sticks, you can do that with this, although this might need to be heated up a little more. But you just get yourself some paper, stretch out some pieces of mozzarella while it's nice and hot. These are mozzarella sticks. So those are some of the things you can do with mozzarella. If anybody has any questions, please send me an email, give me a call. You all probably know that email is your best bet with me. If you need reprints of anything or electronic copies, I'm happy to provide them. And y'all paid for a class, so as far as I'm concerned, I am your personal dairy resource. If you have other questions, even if it's not about something in class, you can bounce it off me. I might know the answer, or I might at least know how to find the answer. So, thanks a lot. It worked. Ha! Cool. I hope you try this. Try it with Prairie Farms. I've now established Prairie Farms works. If might try Horizon as well. I haven't tried that one yet, but I think I'm going to, and see if it does work. I'll send you an email and let you know. But Prairie Farms is thumbs up. That one works. Don't do Kroger's. You will only be sad, and you'll have to make lasagna out of the ricotta. Maybe that's not such a bad thing. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.